Good morning, everyone. As we tie a knot around DAL-6, I want to share my knitwear design journey with you. My goal was to learn how to knit garments that fit me. And I want to tell you a story about this garment. I tried the garment on before knitting the lower braid. It was 3 inches too long. I did knit to the pattern instructions. Pattern is based on industry measurements. My body measurements don't align with the standard. That's when I realized the importance of reviewing schematics and overall design structure before I started to knit garments. My local yarn store started a sweater club in 2015. The first design that was part of the sweater club was Shirley Paden's Coat cardigan. I am always up to a challenge. This was the first Shirley design I knit. I have participated in 5 design-alongs. I've also participated in 2 knit-alongs that in many ways became design-alongs. My designs are usually about texture and incorporating color. The next exciting and fun experience for me was participating in the knitwear workshop design Duet's book journey. I learned a bunch of new stuff on this journey. Most importantly, what goes on behind the scenes to publish a book or collection of patterns. What's next, I asked myself. I decided to see what it would take to get published in a magazine. So now I want to share some of the things that I have learned throughout my knitwear design journey. First and foremost, have confidence in your skills. Be innovative but practical. Someone else has to knit that design. And if you're going to submit to a publication, make sure you understand the primary goal of the design call. So here is my completed DAL-6 garment. It is still all about texture and color. You will write your design journey in the upcoming years. Enjoy your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Trudie. So let's give Trudie a hand. So proud of you, Trudie. Great designing, continuing on your design journey.
Yeah, thank you, Shirley. Could not have done it without you.
We're going to move on to Lisa, and let's talk a little bit about her design journey.
Just starting out with pictures of my DAL designs. I knit the first one with the Valley Sport in the blue, and my daughter loved it. It fit her very well. So I decided to make a second one. And so that's the pink one that I'm wearing. So I'm going to talk about my journey from graphic designer to knitwear designer. I stopped working and learned to knit when I was pregnant with my first child, but then put both my career and knitting aside for about 15 years. By the time I was ready to return to work, graphic design was completely digital. I had loved working with my hands and my tools, and I did not want to sit alone in front of a computer. Once I took back to knitting, I knew the basics, and I was able to work and teach at a local yarn shop. And it was here that I first took design and technique classes with Shirley Paden, and I actually learned that I could be a knitwear designer. I move on to my relationship with Alice Hoffman. Alice is a distinguished author of over 30 novels. We always thought it would be fun to work together. Alice had previously been published in Faerie magazine. Together, we submitted the idea of doing a column joining stories and knitting, merging her original magical fairy tales with my designs of knits to be included in the stories. And this is how it all began. Our column ran for 2 years in the magazine before we decided to add a few more pieces and put our work into a book. I loved every project in the book, but the most challenging ones were always the most fun. Alice's story describes gloves that are knit from white roses that must turn red. So when I designed them to be reversible using the double knitting technique, she saw the magic. Just turning them inside out, they reverse from red to white and back again. Writing and knitting have a lot in common. You have to have patience, imagination, and a willingness to work on your mistakes. And of course, you have to possess the desire to create something beautiful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lisa. What a beautiful presentation. So what we'd like to do is to just taking a look at our journey. We've got over 40 garments that have been completed in this DAL, which is really remarkable. That's the bind off. And we just say thanks to everybody, thanks to the coaches, thanks to all of you for getting up that hill And we look forward to seeing you next time. See you in the next DAL.